Hi guys, just finished a session at the gym. So, oh man, it's incredible. So I'm in the gym and there's a lady on the bikes there. She's cycling away and very overweight lady. So overweight that as she's cycling, her knees are basically hitting her stomach. Her breasts are sitting on top of her stomach. Really overweight. But you know, she's giving it a go. So glad she's in the gym. Anyhow, I noticed that she was taking a puffer, a Ventolin inhaler for some asthma, I presumed, or some kind of respiratory problem. And I thought, wow, I used to have asthma, I used to be on Ventolin, and I made a video about how I cured my asthma through diet. And I thought, well, you know, I've got a responsibility to maybe say something to her to help her out. So I wanted to just let her know that changing her diet, reducing fats, so going vegan, basically taking out all animal foods, especially dairy, and reducing your fats down to 10% of your daily calories makes a huge difference. That's what cured my asthma. I've got a video on that and I'll post the link down below. Well, her response was very interesting. She instantly became extremely aggressive. She told me she's got everything under control. She's just fine. Wait for it. She works for the blah 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 asthma foundation blah blah blah. So she's got it covered. She knows what she's doing. Yeah, okay. So you're taking steroidal spray into your lungs and you've got it covered because you work for some asthma foundation, whatever. Not sure. So she wasn't too open to listening to what I was saying, and then she went ahead and turned around the conversation and she started telling me that I need to be careful, that my brain needed fat to wire, to blah blah blah, which, yeah, sure it does. What she didn't allow me to actually say was that all foods contain fat. All foods are made up of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. I eat fats, I consume fats every single meal, every single day. I'm getting the fats that I need. I just don't have more than 10% of fat. There's a difference in that. So she was saying that, you know, I'm young now, so I may be okay now, but I better be careful because when I'm in my 50s and 60s, I will be prone to Alzheimer's and all kind of other brain diseases.
Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's now our 6th leading cause of death. We've known for 20 years now that those who eat meat, red or white, including poultry and fish, were between 2 and 3 times more likely to become demented compared to vegetarians. And the longer that you're vegetarian, the lower your risk of developing dementia. But the exciting new research is actually on treating Alzheimer's using these natural plant remedies, which actually beat out placebo and worked as well as the leading Alzheimer's drug. Again, on the website for free.
Taking advice from an overweight person that's spraying steroids into their lungs? I don't know. I don't think I'm too keen to listen to what she's saying. She also didn't hang around long enough for me to tell her about Jeanette and Alan Murray, who ran around Australia a marathon every single day, 366 days, on a raw vegan diet, 80-10-10 style. They are 64 and 68 years old. She has cured her cancer. I think they're doing pretty well. I find it extraordinary. You've got all this amazing, life-saving, life-changing information that you try to offer to people, but they're so defensive that they're going to step back and let you know that you need to be careful. Natasha, you need to be careful. You need to eat more fat. Your brain isn't wiring properly. You're going to get Alzheimer's. You're going to get very sick. You're okay now because you're only 34. But just wait for it. All that disease is coming. So everybody else in society that has those diseases must be eating zero fats, must be 100% plant-based, vegan. They must all be eating better than I am. because they've all got the diseases. So if that's where disease comes from, we must have a predominantly raw vegan society. Does that make sense? So she claims that she stopped eating dairy for 2 years. 2 years dairy-free, and it made no difference to her asthma. It didn't work for her. I tell you what, if you take out all dairy, which I don't believe she actually did, I really don't. Dairy's in everything. Dairy derivatives, milk derivatives are hidden in so many foods you just wouldn't believe. So you really got to be committed to this. You've got to read labels and know what you're talking about. If that was the case, and she actually didn't eat dairy for 2 years, but she was still eating other animal foods, meat and eggs, well, they're all inflammatory. So just because you take dairy out doesn't mean your asthma's going to go. Inflammation is inflammation. And asthma is caused by inflammation. Most diseases are caused by inflammation. So cutting out dairy is not necessarily going to cure your asthma straight away if you're still eating other animal foods. And I really got to say that this does work for everybody. It's not an individual case-by-case basis. We're all made the same way. Dairy is known to cause an extraordinary amount of inflammation, especially in the respiratory system. Okay, so it doesn't work just for the odd person here and there. If you do this properly, people notice a difference within a couple of days, certainly within a couple of weeks. So she said she was taking her puffer as a preventative. Your diet is your prevention. You don't need to take medication to prevent disease. Your diet is prevention. Fruit, vegetables, grains, starches. That's your prevention, not steroids. Your food is your medicine. People are just living in a huge amount of denial and very aggressive, very closed, very blocked to anything that will actually help them. I think they're scared. I think they're petrified to do anything different. I think they're scared of their potential, of what could actually be if they made those simple changes and improved their health and lost the weight and got off the medication. It's scary, isn't it? What is our full potential? It's so scary that we actually sabotage our own health. We sabotage our own lives so that we never reach that full potential. Because reaching our full potential, for a lot of people, I'd say for most people, is actually scarier than being overweight and sick. So it's easier to be aggressive and defensive and delusional and just living in denial. It's easier to be those things and attack the people that are trying to help you than to actually step up, listen up. If you do care, if you do want a better lifestyle, you got to get off the animal foods. You got to keep the fats really low. You got to move your body every day. You got to shift your attitude. You got to change this up here. You got to start being open and thinking critically and logically. All right, they're my thoughts for the day. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Please share, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.